if I'm willing to forgive. In this current moment, God is telling me to do this. There was this girl on the app who bullied me, yeah? And I'm not going to say your name because your name is meaningless to me, but we all know who I'm talking about because I'm going to get into detail. When I was in my most vulnerable, I will say her name in a minute, loud and proud, but this is about me. When I was in my most vulnerable, yeah, look me in my fucking brown eyes, yeah? When I was in my most vulnerable, countless of times, you have acted me. When I was in a relationship, you sat there and cussed me and cussed my ex until I made a diss track about you because you wouldn't leave me alone. I've never met you. Then you came to my house and you forcefully cleaned my house. The trash is still here that you left, by the way. The trash is still here that you left outside my front door. You didn't clean your house, and then I passed out on the bed. I passed out on the bed from drinking because I was already having fun before you came. My night was meant to be over. You pulled up for no fucking reason. Yeah? Do you remember that? You tried to mock my religion saying, oh, I ordered her pork, but it's halal. All these little things that you were doing. Then you made a post saying that people should cancel me, and I've never even said your name out my mouth. Yeah, because I'm my own degree of black woman, yeah? I'm my own different degree of black woman. So, yeah, that was that. And then I was in a different country, stranded, or whatever the fuck happened to me, yeah? With my own friend, who you don't even know. You went on live with my friend and my sister, started a campaign, yeah? Whatever the fuck you were doing, whilst I'm in a country. You joined my box, got your views, and then ran off to your page and started chatting. You joined my box to give me advice. I cried to you on live. I cried to you on live telling you that after that whole incident that happened when I passed out in the hotel and people are fighting me, I feel like I might myself, you know, from one person struggling with mental health to somebody else who I thought I could connect with who might be going through it. I know you have the audacity. You have the audacity. And I'm not doing this unprovoked, yeah? It's not even built of anger. It's just like, where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? You have antagonized so many people on this app. And I've noticed that all the people that you're picking on are people of black women colour themselves. Why do you do that? Do you know, I have seen you pick on so many people before I even showed my face on TikTok, but I was on my own separate journey and I was too scared to be getting arrested. But me, unlike these other girls, if you know me properly, I don't give a fuck if I'm 26 and you're older than me. You're so lucky that you don't know the old me when I was a rebel growing up, because you don't know who my mum is, yeah? And you don't know when I was a rebel growing up. So I didn't want to come at this app and be hatred. But let me just use you as an example, and I hope this video gets shared around. All them people that you have picked on TikTok, including myself, yeah, and I'm a victim of you. Those people have shut up, yeah, because no one has your time. No one has your time. This cycle is never going to end. You were doing so good. You had people like me supporting you before I even came on TikTok. I have DMs on my phone that I will show from years ago when I was a teenager, messaging you saying, I think you're going through mental health because you were in Canada, and I struggle with mental health. In my whole life, my whole childhood, I've had mental health. I DM'd you privately, and I'll even pull up the receipts. I'll pull it up. Don't worry. DM'd you saying, if you have mental health, take care of yourself, yeah? You ignored my message, which is fine. A lot of people get messages, you know, when you're popular, some messages you just read it and you're thankful. But that's not my point, that you aired me. My point is, who do you turn to now that you're on the internet saying that you're going through all of these things? Yeah, I'm the only relatable person currently who has sane mind, who has accepted the fact that they're mentally ill. There's people on the app that are literally doing the most, like, out of date things that you would do when you're a teenager on this app, and they're grown women. Like, they're still living in their fucking teenage years. I'm the only person right now who can sit down and actually have a decent conversation with you, yeah? But this is how I know, yeah? When people say clout chasing, I don't even think you're clout chasing from me. This is how I know you're clout chasing from everybody. Anyone that you see who is a threat to you, you have picked on. And some of those people are my friends. And I didn't say nothing because I don't need to back my friends. If you're my friend, I'm your friend for a reason, because my friends are just like me and I can carry my own. But now that you're on the app, whatever you're doing with your big Vaseline lips, yeah, your lips has always been dry. You suddenly put Vaseline on your lips to speak properly, yeah. Me personally, I've been sitting on the app with dry lips for so long, yeah, and I kept my mouth shut. If I put Vaseline on my lips and grease up my lips and talk to you in a different way that you don't like, how would you like it? You have sat on this fucking app, and I'm saying this to you, and I know you're going to retaliate, but I'm still going to say it to you anyway, yeah, because the next time I find out whether I'm in Spain, in a mental hospital, that another fellow, one of my black women of society, who I'm trying to encourage to have a voice, like you have now sat down and opened your big mouth. If it wasn't for me spreading mental health awareness, you wouldn't even be sitting on TikTok, oh, my mental health, guys, give me support. Yeah, take it from somebody. Look at what you're going through. Take it from somebody who has been in the care system. All these people you have picked on in the several months, yeah, because I don't even know what you've been doing in your lifetime. In the several months, each one of these people probably have something relatable that they can support you with, and you have ruined every single friendship. Now you're wandering on TikTok, getting upset. When I was upset and I turned to you, did you give a fuck? No, you didn't. And I'm only saying this because it's a shame, really, because I actually struggled to watch a screen recording of this girl crying for help. And I was thinking to myself, what? Should I feel guilty right now? Should I actually try and support you or give you advice or do something? I'm not going to do nothing. I'm so sorry. I'm not going to do nothing. I'm going to sit there and let your misery continue, because all the people that you have picked on, yeah, Yeah, let me tell you something. That's how they felt when you were doing it to them. And honestly, I don't care if you're going to turn around and flip the script and say that you were doing it all for clout. To be honest with you, for you to open your mouth and say that much about your fucking life, even the victims that you have picked on don't even expose themselves like that. You've been the one chatting shit. Now that it's happening to you, I need everyone who this girl has picked on to actually, let's just do an appreciation post. This big Shrek, I'm not going to lie to you. You're a fucking Shrek, yeah? And I will tell you that for free because me and my mum, we don't get on. Me and my mum, we don't get on, yeah? But my mum and your mum's relationship, one thing I know for sure, yeah? You're saying, oh, you have no one to turn to. People like me who actually don't have people to turn to, yeah, who actually doesn't have a mum that will pop in here and there. You're so ungrateful. And if people are feeling sorry for you and ignoring the fact that I could have died in my house at any given moment, even when my dress got put online and I'm still staying in my house, you're actually a pathetic excuse. When I was pregnant, and it was my first time being pregnant, this is your second time being pregnant, yeah, I was more vulnerable because it's my first pregnancy ever. You sat on the internet and mocked me. Why would I give you your flowers? And do you know how hard this is? Because this is very hard for me because I'm believe it or not, as much as people like to paint me as a monster, to a degree, I have respect in the way I was brought up. If I see someone pregnant on the app asking for help, the first thing I want to do is want to help them, especially somebody carrying a child. But where were you when I needed help? When I was in a different country, trying to get me arrested? So many things you've done to me just to better yourself. And now you're sitting there still carrying on. Time hasn't changed. And I'm not the only one that's going to make one of these videos one day. All the people that you've hurt in the past, like what you've done is actually emotional abuse. And honestly, when your life actually falls apart for real, when it's not just word of mouth and it's actually visible, your life has fell apart for real, like what I'm going through, you have messed up. You have messed up because, yeah, I'm not even trying to drag this guy into it, but even MYLAN, for example, me and him don't see eye to eye. But one thing I know for a fact, yeah, and I'm not trying to bring up old news, but one thing I know for a fact, MYLAN was the one who was telling me and everybody else, start a kick. And then I hear from my friend that you're telling him, oh, you're mocking him because now you're on tick. It's so weird, and you're laughing at people, deceased families. I can stoop very low, but I will never stoop that low. I'm so sorry. As much as I can stoop very low, I will never stoop that low. And when you're doing it, like, at least when I'm doing it, I can turn around and say, guys, I was just acting, or I was just trying to be funny. Like, I will put myself in my place. You do it and you don't even apologize. You just carry on. And the fact that you're pretending, I'm gonna say pretending because the fact that you're pretending to be vulnerable right now, the fact that you're pretending, like, honestly, the fact that you're pretending to be vulnerable right now, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to fucking say. I'm literally in my house. I haven't slept. I got home at 3 a.m. in the morning. 3 a.m. in the fucking morning because I was too scared to come to this house. The same house that you felt safe enough to be in when you were filming me when I blacked out from alcohol and told everyone I was sleeping. The fact that I blacked out and I couldn't even hear the police in my own house. How did the police have access to my property? So many things you've done to me, and I actually could have done things without even coming on camera. I could have just reported you to the police and got a restraining order. I didn't do none of that, yeah? I didn't, because people give you chances. And I'm just going to let you know now, yeah? I'm going to let you know now. This is me on my lowest. When I'm at my best, if you mention my name again, whether it's 2 years later, I will still come. That's it. I will still come. Because you dragged my sister involved. Me and my sister's problems. You are not my family member. I am not. There's not even 0% Jamaican DNA in my bones. 0% Jamaican DNA. And I'm very proud to be Nigerian. Yeah. People like you, we're not related. There's never a chance I'll be related to you. No, I'm going to say it because it's actually a disrespect. It's a disrespect for the people actually going through stuff. I'm so sorry. I can't control it. I just can't control it. If I'm going to have my phone, I'm going to see these things. It's absolutely a disrespect. Yeah? Very disrespectful. Honestly. There's other things going on and I'm not addressing that with people that I could be addressing because it's not my business. But from the time you're mentioning mental health, I'm so sorry. Where was mental health when I was actually messaging you? Are you okay? Do you have mental health? Where was it then? Listen, as much as people think I act up on TikTok, one thing I'm not going to act about, yeah, is who I am. And if you're trying to be me, there's certain people, I've just not been saying nothing, but they're trying to copy my personality, which is completely fine, because when you're true to yourself, the truth will always come out. But don't mock people with actually mental health. I'm so sorry. Stop mocking people with actual health. They did this thing to the safe space that had nothing to do with me. This was before I was even on TikTok, making rumors about Reese. It's like everyone who is better than this woman, she'll try and drag you down. And I'm so sorry, I'm not the one. I just had to say that. I'm not the one. They've done it to Reese, even though I don't even like that girl, because look how many videos she made about me. But at the end of the day, Reese has made it very clear that that's her job. So you hating on someone doing their job is because you're jealous. You have done this to so many different people. Even my own ex-boyfriend, who I hate with all my guts. I hate that guy with my guts, and I'm embarrassed to even be associated with him. The one thing I actually feel sorry for him about, he actually turned to you because he felt like he could support. To a degree, Daniel actually turned to you because, you know, he's a new TikToker and he thought that you're somebody, you know, when you have fans, people look up to people like you. And the way you disrespected him, I didn't even watch that video, but you're just there talking about guys and you have never slept with him. You're not me. You're not his ex. You've never been in his pants. So for you to even be talking about someone like that, it makes me think some of the accusations are true about you. And that's when I'm telling you now, me and you are finished. If you want to keep doing segments about me, that's on you. That's fine. But I just wanted to make this video to let you know, when you caught me lacking at my most vulnerable, remember that. Remember that. And then you went on the internet as well and started saying, oh, everyone on TikTok, if I was pretending to have mental health, everyone on TikTok, I would be claiming PIP. How dare you? There's people that are literally, like me, struggling to even get a job for multiple different reasons. Multiple different reasons. I feel very genuinely sick. Like, normally when I see stuff like this, it hurts my feelings. You actually make me feel so sick right about now. So sick, because if I was the one who was actually leaving my house because of whatever I'm going through, I'm abandoned from my family, yeah, the first thing I would do is put myself first, yeah, and go and get help. Not, oh, let me try and dodge the bullet, because that means you're avoiding the problem doesn't exist. I'm so sorry. I sat there and had an with my first child. Okay, it still hasn't sunk into my brain yet what my body actually went through, because I had a lot of support and encouragement. But at the same time, there's some stuff that is just beneath me. Honestly, there's some, when I'm doing it, it's just fun and games. There's people, this girl is manipulating. I'm so sorry. I watched one silly recording. You're sitting there manipulating people because, and I know what that feels like for the people watching, because before she started talking about me and her true colour showed, I actually used to watch certain videos and be like, I think she needs help. And I'm so happy that I'm not one of those people who can manipulate and I can see right through you. I promise you, please, if you're going to play a health card, make sure you know what you're getting yourself into. That's it. Yeah, I hate weird people like that, honestly. And then you're sitting there, you're telling me that I'm homeless people and I'm doing this, I'm doing that. The one person out of everybody on this app, and I always say this to my friends privately, honestly, anyone that has spoken to me knows this. Out of all of my friends that I have spoken to privately, I told them, the one person I wish I could unsee from this app that I've seen is you. Is literally you. Like, that's it. And I feel like your views mean nothing. You having views on TikTok means nothing. You're not trying to do no type of cultural help. You're not doing health awareness because you don't even know how to read and write properly. Your dyslexia is your personality. That's literally how illiterate you are. Like walking dumb. So literally, I don't know who you're trying to advise. I don't know who you're trying to give big advice to. Your big advice is in your big nyash. Even that nyash is still getting old, tired. I don't know what the smell like. Me personally, yeah, if you're gonna health, remember, when I can go psycho, I will go psycho. You're lucky I'm not, because I'm not using health as an excuse to be bad behavior. You're using health to what? Get into Ubers and tell people you're so broke though. But why are you in an Uber? Even me, right now, I'm technically homeless because I'm scared to be at home. I can still find how to enter my flat, but you're homeless and you're still lavishly entering Ubers and going on Twitch. Please don't mock people that are actually disabled. That's disrespectful. And it's a disrespect to the people that are actually supporting me, and I'm around people that actually take pride in what they do. You're in a hospital and you're crying over a sandwich as if the hospital will not give you a sandwich. How many times I can literally walk into A&E and not even be a patient and ask for food and I will get a sandwich? If you don't off on my For You page, yeah, I will actually call the ambulance for you. The people that actually know me, my mental health crew, I will actually call them and say that this delusional girl needs an assessment, because what the f are you doing? Don't even compare yourself to me. Please, you don't want to live my life. So weird. So sorry to ruin your morning, but I had to get that off my chest, because when I needed that, guys, when I was in Tanzania, whatever I was, I don't even know I still don't know where the I was, that random Arabic country. I'm a Muslim myself. Just because, don't let my tattoo fool you. Just because I got a nicer tattoo than you, I'm not you. I am not you. I was a born and raised Muslim. I can speak more Arabic than you will ever know in your life. You're telling me that I'm being haram on Ramadan in a Muslim country. Are you okay? If I show you my birth certificate, it says Islam on my birth certificate. People like you that are satanic, haram, yeah? People like you that are fucking haram, satanic people, I will wash your fucking mouth with 1,000 astaghfirullahs and 2,000 a'udhu billahi minash shaitanir regimes, and I will fuck you up. Don't fucking test me again. Like, I kept my mouth shut because I knew if I started this shit, I'm not gonna stop. Don't fucking test me, you know. Don't fucking test me. Not today and not ever. Not you and not the Diddy Piper. Don't fucking test me. And I'm not in a blood clot mood. Don't fucking test me. Stupid prick. Get off my fucking phone. If I ever see a screen, I've unfollowed you time ago. Every day I'm seeing a screen recording, I'm seeing a comment. The mental health. You're literally already. What are you? You're already in your mid-30s. How old is she? You're already, what are you? You're old enough to be my biggest sister, my big sister, and you're now suddenly claiming that you've got mental health. Why? Because people are trolling you. Well, I got in school. Imagine being in a classroom of school. Does that mean I get dropped out of school? Fuck off. Fuck off. Don't even test me. Mention my name again.
People don't know this, but the fruit that chocolate comes from doesn't taste anything like chocolate. The white pulp inside a cacao pod tastes more like a mango than what most of you know is chocolate. The seeds inside that pulp is what chocolate is made from. But for thousands of years, nobody wanted the seeds. People would only eat the white pulp and throw it away. I can definitely see why. The seed that would become the most consumed flavor on this planet was considered waste. It wasn't until those discarded seeds were left sitting in the pulp long enough to ferment that anyone noticed what was happening. That fermentation process is where the chocolate flavor comes from. So the taste that most of you know doesn't exist in the plant. So every piece of chocolate you've ever eaten came from a seed that people spent thousands of years throwing away, which is pretty insane.
She's been let out of hospital and she just wants to start a havoc. But you ain't getting it out of me, babe. I can come and cuss you out and say a million things and disrespect you and take it to hell with the disrespect because my mouth is lethal. But there's no point. I ain't got time for that, sweetheart. You're the least of my problems. You're the least of my worries, darling. I tell people you can't argue with a mad person. You leave them. You leave them. I ain't got time for you. I ain't got time to put my energy into you, sweetheart. I got my energy to push. I need to save all my energy to push out my kid. You think I'm arguing with you? I ain't got time for you. I honestly, seriously do not have no time for Raejah. I don't. Like, please, go and argue. You need to have energy for gal like Millie that took your blood clot ex-boyfriend. Have energy for Chyanne, who's been f***ing out your man and turn your man into a little corn star. Don't have energy for me. If I said that Daniel has a pencil body, what the fuck does that have to do with you? You're not with the man no more. You're not with the man no more. You say you hate the man. You will never get back with him. You don't care. So why are you triggered? Why are you triggered and why are you upset that everybody is with this man that you claim you don't like and you claim you hate so much? Why do you care? I don't understand. Daniel has moved on with his life. He's been in and out of gal pum pum. Like he's been on a tour. And you're mad. Let me tell you why she's mad. Because of the video of me and him dancing in Choice. That's why she's mad, you know. That's why she's mad. Raejah don't have a reason to be mad at me because if she was upset with me, she would have come on the internet when I was at her house and she would have cussed me out about me being in her yard. She would have cussed me out when I was around her. She didn't do that. She's upset because me and Daniel took a video in Westfield. She's upset because of that whole video. For you. That's why she's mad. But at the end of the day, honestly, yeah, I didn't feel no way about it. He came up to me. He asked me for a video. I was minding my business. He came up to me. He asked me for a video. And I said, no problem. Like, I can do a video with you. At the time, it was his management. At the time, it was his management. Do you understand? So, I don't know why she's upset with me, babe. There's no beef here at all. She need to do better. All the shades, honey. Yes. What is that seat over there that the girls got? She's always beefing someone here. This has something to do with my child's father. It doesn't have anything to do with my child's father, just a disclaimer. I'm dealing with things that I can't currently speak about right now. Like what I want to talk about, I can't really talk about it. And I'm going through severe depression in my pregnancy. I have fled from my house due to harassment and stalking. You know, people contacting the hospital that I'm meant to give birth at, and people showing up at my front door, people taking my parcels. Like, I've been dealing with a lot of things. And where I'm having babies so soon and being unstable and not being able to nest and stuff like that has caused a severe impact on my mental health. I won't get in details, but that's just to clear up some rumours when people are saying, oh, you're homeless and stuff and that. Like, there's a reason why I had to leave, and there's police involved, an investigation going on, and that's why I cannot really speak about it. Another thing that's causing a massive impact on my mental health is what I've been going through with my family. having to cut your family off completely because they see you as a cash cow, you're just an ATM, they only use you for money, they only love you for money. It's one of the biggest pain that you will never understand. I've always wanted to be loved, appreciated and accepted by my mum. I've always wanted to have that relationship with her because I've never really had it from a young age. You know, if you know my story, you know, I don't really want to get into that. But I'm going through the motions and I'm dealing with letting go of them. This is something that I've decided that is the right thing to do, is to let go of my siblings, all of them, and to let go of my mum, because I will never prosper with them around. I can't elevate when they're around because all I do is give. All they do is take and they don't water me back. So I tend to be dry and angry. Finding out in this pregnancy that I've got diabetes in this pregnancy has been so stressful. You know, consistently having to go to hospital, you know, going through the emotions of pregnancy, being very hormonal, you know, always in pain. It's a lot. And not having stability right now for my child is something that's really affecting me, because we was in a home, we was happy in a home. I decorated her room, everything was amazing. Like, I felt so comfortable. Having to leave all of that is just a big impact on me. You know, I'm dealing with a lot, like I have said. Everyone just thinks everything has to do with a man. Fair enough, me and my child's father, Theo, have gone through what we have gone through, and we're co-parenting, we're in a great place for the kids. That's fine. But my mind's not on a man. I'm not thinking about a man. I'm going through real life trauma every single day, you know. And one of the biggest trauma is what has recently happened with my mum and my sisters. That's something that's extremely affecting me as well. Feeling like nobody loves you, feeling like no one cares about you, and they only care and love you when it has something to benefit them or when it comes to money. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's the only time I feel like they do love me, is when they can ask me for a change, when they can ask me for things. Other than that, they don't check on me. They've never checked on me randomly, ask me how I'm doing, unless it's to put money in their pocket or to put them at Uber or to get them food. Recently, my sister reached out to me, asking if she could take my child. That was a trigger for me. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, a lot of things is a trigger, you know.
So I've just seen on my FYP a video of RENEE crying. Not really sure if this is recent or not. And you know what? If she's she's going through a tough time or whatever, that's a shame or whatever, yeah? But I just want to remind everybody that feels bad for RENEE, or RENEE herself, that there was a time that RENEE stooped so low that she called my 9-to-5 job. You guys remember I used to work in fashion before I did Baddest full time. Yeah. And just like, I didn't even do anything that bad. I just reacted to her breakup. I didn't even speak out my name. I didn't cuss her. And she went and had the audacity and the begall to call my job to get me fired, my livelihood. You know, I could have not been able to like feed myself and pay my bills, and I could have really struggled, and she didn't care. She just wanted me fired. I think sometimes RENEE plays dirty and she puts a lot of bad energy into the world, and then when bad things happen to her, she's like, she wonders why. She also came to Baddest season 1 with loads of bad energy when I actually wanted to work with her, etc. I just think she needs to reflect on her behavior and her heart and the bad energy she puts into the world, and maybe things will change for her. Anyway, if you don't want to be on the next season of Baddest, shout me.
What? When did you say that?
I was just gonna be naked then, just wear the flag over me.
Are you mad about skin out? You best not be going Carney skin out, you know. Yeah? Especially when I'm around. Cause I'm gonna have to pattern you the f*** up, you know. Don't be going Carney skin out, you know.
Alright.
You mad?
But nothing will like happen anyways. I don't care what people say on social media anyways. Like, I go to even Daniel going with security, this is the first time I've ever gone to a carnival with security. Like, I've never needed it. I've gone to carnival from like the age of 5. I started to go to carnival on my own from like the age of 14 or 15. So like, I go every single year. Like, I don't need the security there. With the security and Daniel, I'll just see it as like, I won't even class them as security. I'll just class it as Daniel and his friends. Do you know what I mean? Because it's carnival. Like, we're not at some massive event where like there's bouncers on the door. Like, it's like a street party. So I'll just see it as we're with a big group of guys. I don't mind.